you able to actually bring up that preview picture up higher than you did before? Good morning, everybody. We are Tarot DNA. Happy Saturday, or Friday night, or Sunday, wherever your time zone may be. In Australia, it's a Saturday morning at 8:31. Sorry, we're running a little bit late. We have had a few technical issues this morning, thanks to Windows updates. Anna? Could you just come and bring this big window up for me the way we had before? Since we've restarted, it's gone back to the very small preview. And I can't remember how you did it.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. Hey, Nolly.
Hello. Good morning, Nali. Sorry, we're running a little bit late. That's better. Chat's going to come over here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I go up on the console. Yay! It's 1 AM here. Where are you, Nali? I know I do this for USA time, so it's somewhere in Europe. Sounds good, eventful and interesting. Windows up. You're in the UK. Oh, okay. Kiwi, you've made it. You are here. Terrific. And Nali, how are you? I'm really glad. You do know, Nali, that I do the Thursdays, I do UK from between 1 and 4 PM in the afternoon. Because I actually have people who really want to watch me in Australia, USA and UK, I've actually got 3 different times. It makes it a little bit more difficult for people to follow exactly when I'm going live. No, I'm not trying to get rid of you at all. I'm just trying to let you know that I also actually do a time specifically for people in the UK and the US and Australia, because I try very hard to do the right thing by all the different people all around the world who want to have tarot readings from me. So, not trying to get rid of you, happy to see you here. Just letting you know that there is a time zone that I put on a Thursday from 1 till 4 in the afternoon to be more UK friendly, because I know it's a very big time difference. And that's why I do this time, because it's more USA friendly. And Tuesdays I do because it's more Australian friendly, and we have different time zones in the country here as well, like the US. So never trying to get rid of you, Nali. Just trying to let you know that there is actually a time zone suited to your country, that I have tried to think of everything as much as possible. The queue has opened up for readings, so for those of you who want a reading, but because it's already been an eventful morning, I'm going to have a quick sip of my Twinings Earl Grey tea, which I have every stream, because I don't drink coffee, don't like the taste of it, don't like the smell of it. But I do enjoy a good cup of tea. So Kiwi, I haven't seen you around for ages. What have you been doing? And remember, if you want a free reading, in the chat, college. Oh, college takes up a lot of time. A lot of time. Remember, it's exclamation join to go in the reading queue. So how far are you in your college degree? You've just started. What course are you doing, Kiwi? I think you were talking about it in Anna's stream, but there was a couple of you doing college. I can't remember. Was yours something to do with graphics and art, or was that someone else? I really can't remember exactly what you said your course was. You're doing art, yes. I did think it was you, and I thought, but there was a few people who were doing, you're doing art. So are you doing fine arts, graphic art? What particular area of art are you doing? Because you were working on a project as well, weren't you? I'm in a community college to build up a portfolio. That's right. So what type of things have to go into your portfolio? Is it all different mediums of art? I've never studied art, but I've had a few friends that have done fine arts, and I had one who, when I was in science, doing my science degree, she just done her fine art degree. When we were doing the illustrations, we all looked at her and went, "You should be writing books." And she said, "That's what I'm doing this for." She'd done the fine art, then was doing the science degree, so she could actually be an illustrator for educational science books, and she was snapped up. She was brilliant. Travelled all over the world drawing to go into books. I thought, that's the way to do it. You need some realistic drawings and just a bunch of examples of what I'm capable of. That's brilliant. That's really good. So where are you hoping your art will take you once you've done community college? What is the goal in life with your art? And Nali, tell me a little bit more about you. What do you hope? What are you doing? What are your goals and dreams and aspirations for life? We all have them. I know I've reached one of mine today, and thank you for joining on this very special stream, because today is my 7th stream on Twitch. Your next goal is to go into college that focuses on game making and such, and then hopefully start job hunting. That's right, because you actually want to do all the graphics to make and create games, don't you? That's brilliant. That's very clever. So we could be playing one of your games in a few years' time, Kiwi, that you've actually illustrated and created. That would be very, very cool. You have to let us know, because we all want to know the games you're going to be working on, so we can all buy them and go, "Yeah, but we know her." And we knew her. That would be awesome. It would be awesome. But we want to know so we can keep track of your career and what you're creating, and we can say, "We knew her when she was just in community college and starting off." We've been a fan. We can fan over you, Kiwi, all about your art and the games you're going to do. We'd really appreciate that. If you would like a reading from me today, type !join to go into the queue. As I said, although I spend a lot of time shuffling the cards, you would like to join. Okay, terrific. Well, as your first up, you'll notice that there's purple on here today. This is because, as I said, today is my 7th stream, and that was the last thing I needed to do. You don't have any dreams and aspirations. Each day I try to better myself, and hopefully in time I will get something come out of it. Nali, that is a dream and aspiration, to improve yourself. That is the highest goal you can have, is to try to improve yourself day by day. And you'll see something come out of it. You'll see a great deal come out of it. The more you work on yourself, it's amazing the things that come into your life. So that is actually a very high purpose dream and aspiration, and good for you for trying to do that, because not everybody does. It is nice and dark. It's actually a purple Saturn, and I made this myself. I bought it because it's also the color of the third eye chakra, the deep, deep purple. And it's also the Twitch color. And because I've actually had all the followers I need, all the other tick marks for becoming an affiliate, streaming today was actually the last tick in the box, so that when I finish, I should get an email saying I'm being invited into the affiliate program, and then obviously the next couple of weeks filling all the paperwork. So it's a very special stream, because you've all created the chance for me to do one of my goals, and that's to become an affiliate on Twitch. So thank you very much for joining me on a very auspicious purple day. I know, isn't it so cool? And it's all started. You were there for the very first one, Kiwi, when I did my first co-stream with Anna for charity. And you remember you kept telling me, "Don't die, Mama Log, don't die." And I kept dying. I was getting caught in the, you were. Well, that was my very first stream. And because of that, you were there for the first one, and you were there for the last one. So you have been here for my entire stream journey to become a Twitch affiliate. Isn't that brilliant? So you are part of today as much as Anna is, because if it hadn't been for Anna, I wouldn't have been playing Don't Starve. Do you remember she bought it for me for April Fool's? And I think you all heard me scream because I saw the bundle. And you were part of it, and you were there, and you're here today, which is just brilliant. So we're going to do a reading for you, which I'm so happy to do. And all these cards, all these decks, you're sorry you missed the other ones leading up to it. You were there for the start, and you were there for this one. They're the important ones. And busy with college, that's a very good reason for not being able to make them. But I know you've always supported me, and that's brilliant, and I appreciate it. So what I'm going to do is explain to you that all the decks, this one that has Believe, Courage, Love, Dream, Serenity, and Hope. That's deck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Kiwi, if you pick a number between 1 and 6, or one of those words, or the pictures of the decks that actually speak to you, that's the deck we will read with, and we'll start with that. Yeah, 3 streams are aimed at 3 different time zones, so not all of my friends are on the same schedule, just because I have people in other countries and time zones, and I can't do one time that catches everybody. So that's why I have 3 different stream times, so that people in the UK, the US, and Australia all have a local. You won't believe. It's good that you've got multiple time zones for different zones. I spent 3 days working out on one of those international time clocks of all the different places and what the time zones were, and trying to figure out days when Anna wasn't streaming so I could make the best time frame for everybody. So this is the way it's worked out. I do Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and every single day has a different time zone. Some of them cross over, like today I'm actually geared for the US, but also for Australia because it's Saturday morning. If people wanted to drop by, they can. So, you've chosen this deck. This is from Ciro Marchetti. I'm featuring all his decks here, across from here to here, by Ciro Marchetti, and we have his link, his artwork, and because you're someone who's doing art, these are all done by, he's a graphic designer, but he does digital work, but he does everything beginning to end with sketches. And if you go on his site, he has a day in, a life in the day of Ciro Marchetti, and he shows you the process of how many layers, and it takes 80 hours to do them per card. His artwork is sublime. It is a long time. He is at the very pinnacle of deck creators. He makes beautiful art. So do you want a general or a specific question, Kiwi? And you can see the difference in all of these, and although they're all done by the same creator, they're all very different. And he has a theme of timepieces. It's almost a little bit steampunk, but it's mechanical, and there's a little bit of that in every one of his art. And also the Fool, he does different renderings of the Fool, which is a part of the tarot, and it's just beautiful because you see that. You want to say specific? If you would like to give me a question, or if you don't want to go into too much detail, but I'm not sure what to specifically ask. Do you want it on your career? Do you want it on a relationship? Let's start from the top, give it a macro. What actual general category are you hoping to ask about? Is it your college, your art, relationships, finances? Cards are very good at coming out and answering questions that you weren't quite sure what you wanted to answer, and then giving you the answer. You go, that's exactly what I needed to know. Health of a family member. Okay. It's difficult for me to actually read for someone who's not here, and health issues are a little bit more tricky. What I can do is, no, that's okay. It's just the cards are very much geared to who I'm dealing with. So when I don't, ethically we don't read for a third party. No, it's not that it's too much trouble. I have to word it in a way that you realise that I can't give you a diagnosis of someone who has health. What I can say is, how can you facilitate or help the person in your life who may have health problems? So what can you do? So the reading is about you. It's what can you do to support and be there for that person. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's not too much trouble. It's doing it in the way, because if you make it too, I'm talking about someone else and a health issue, the cards kind of have nothing tangible to work on. So if this is about what can Kiwi do to support her family who may have greater need of her at this time, what can you do? What actions can you take? What can you tangibly do to help that person? Does that make sense? That does, okay. This way, instead of it being a very nebulous question of what's going on with the health of person X, cards say, well, I don't know who person X is, and I don't know what the health issue is, and ethical tarot readers and professional tarot readers will always tell you the reason we don't do health readings is because pretty much in every state in the United States and in England and even in Australia, ethically, we are not medical professionals, so we cannot give advice on medical issues. It's like when people say, I want to know the sex of my baby. I'm not an ultrasound machine, I can't tell you that. Cards might come up with different things, but it's explaining to people the expectations of what we can do. I'm not a psychic, I read the cards, but I have to word the question in a way that it makes sense, and that as I interpret it, it makes sense to you. So we are going to ask the cards, understandably, guess that kind of him to hear some good stuff for a rough situation, and that's fine. What I can do is that, how can we help, and what is coming through will come through from you, and we'll see. You'll be surprised at what the cards actually bring through when we give them something specific. By focusing on you, you're the one who's actually having those feelings. The cards will pick up on those, and we will see how the cards give us the visual story, and you'll love this. Reading tarot is visual storytelling. I read the symbols because nothing is literal in tarot. It is archetypical, it's conceptual, it's symbolic. So, is the person male or female that has the health issues? If you don't mind, it is female. Okay. Are they younger, older? Older. Okay. I've brought up the Queen of Cups. It's your mum. The Queen of Cups is a woman who would signify your mother. The Queen of Cups is someone who gives love and is nurturing. So I'm putting this in the middle of the reading to remind us that actually what we're doing is reading for your mum. I'm putting you as the Princess of Cups. The cards also gave me a prince. Do you have a brother? Or there's another younger person, another younger male who's also concerned. I am the brother of the family, actually. Okay, that's why the prince came out first. That's why the prince came out. Okay. Prince came out. You do have sisters. Then we'll leave that one there because I got the feeling that it was the prince that came out. That's obviously you. So this is you. This is your mum. And I'm going to put the family there because although the reading is for you, your mum is the one you're worried about, and that's why you came up first. So that's your significator. People won't have seen me do this type of reading before. This is slightly different, but that's why I've got the family in the middle, all right? Blue is cups. A lot of blue is emotions, and obviously because it's a health issue, it's a very emotional time. And that's why. And that's why I've chosen a different deck. So we're going to go through the 4 areas. The top cards give me an idea of the message that wants to come through. This 10 of Wands is telling me at the moment that you and the rest of the family are feeling you're weighed down by the troubles that are going on around the family. This obviously relating to your mum and her health. Wands are a suit of fire. These middle ones here are not by Ciro. This is actually by another gentleman whose artwork I love. This is Eric C. Dunn, and this is the Tarot Illuminati. The artwork you'll see is very different, but he's also another creator. I'm actually just about doing another reading for someone else. If you wish to have a reading from me, put in !join. Tarot is about me reading, and if you watch what I'm about to do, you'll see what tarot can do. We're reading a question for Kiwi and how she can help. Lots of people jumping in today, yeah. So this particular card is about the family burdens. That moon there is very much when we have a little bit of fear and trepidation and apprehension. So these here are very much saying, we know there's something going on and it's creating, you almost feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. When it's your turn and you've actually joined, then I'm going to be able to answer questions for you, okay? We then have the Tower. The Tower moment is very much when you feel almost like the world around you is falling down. It's very physical, it's very sharp, but it's not an actual disaster happening. It feels very short and sharp about what's happening. And it's very easy when we're feeling like this to feel that everything around us is falling apart, and it's very hard to focus. So we're feeling like that. But the Emperor card here is about stability. And although you have this feeling and it feels like the world is falling around you, the Emperor, this may be your father, it may be a grandfather figure, it could well be you, Kiwi, with the fact that there is stability in the family area. Okay, so this is the Emperor, and he is about stability and very much all the things that are going to help you keep on track. If you'd like to join, please press I join, and when it's your turn, then we'll get you to pick a deck and ask a question, but I won't be able to answer questions. Thank you for following Outlaw Star. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. The next one here, the Two of Wands, Kiwi, is about decisions. It's going through a portal. See the two pathways? There'll be a decision that needs to be known. When you go into the queue, it'll tell you what's going on. So when we go through here, no, I can't read your mind. I'm not a psychic. I'm a tarot reader. And the moderator, Anna, will let you know when your reading's coming up. So there will be a decision for you to actually make, or the family to make. It's very hard because what you're feeling at the moment with all these emotions is that you're not remembering, you're almost ignoring all the good things that are around, that are here right now, and you're thinking of something here in the future, what can come of things. Sometimes this can be really good, and this might be picking up on what you're thinking about for your own particular future, Kiwi, but also how you can help. What can you bring? What love, support, and energy can you bring to help the family situation? These ones here are all the things that have been happening that you're almost trying to block out. You're ignoring them. The Two of Pentacles here is balancing resources, and that's saying that it's not just monetary resources, it's time, it's energy, it's our thoughts, it's everything we give out, but it's also all the tangible things we have in our life. And with the family situation, this could very well be that there is a lot of juggling going on I'm in college, I have to travel here, how can I be of support, what can I do? But I want you to know that with the Ace of Cups here, you are able to give a huge amount of support. There is a lot of love coming in. There is a new project, but it's lasting the whole month. It's really coming to the forefront now. So there is something new coming in, a lot of love, a lot of support, and there might be a lot of hope as that emotion and the love all come through. From the really black moon all the way through to illuminated, there's a lot of love going to be shone on the family and the situation. There's a lot of balancing of resources. But see that cup? That's that one. That's the new one coming in. But there'll be some decisions to make. But there's stability and there is love coming through. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. We just had quite a few coming in. I'm in the process of doing a reading for Kiwi Candy. Thank you so much, Outlaw, for joining. Really appreciate it. And for everybody else, just to let you know, I'm not a psychic. I don't read minds. I'm a tarot reader, professional tarot reader who's been reading for 45 years. Glad to hear stability and love is coming. Yes, it is. And if you watch, you'll see what I do with tarot. If you'd like to join and have a free reading, please press I join, and the moderator Anna will tell you when it's your turn. If I see questions in chat, I don't look at those. Tarot and psychics are very different. I am not a psychic, I'm a tarot reader. And I don't profess to be a psychic. In fact, the first thing I put on my bios, I'm not a psychic. So people are very aware than that. More coffee. Yep. I actually drink tea, but I'll join you in a sip of tea while you have coffee. The next 3 cards, Kiwi, we have the King of Pentacles. Again, this is someone who is very much, you have an energy drink, yes. I don't drink either, but chocolate milk is good. I love chocolate milk. So does my son, but we all love chocolate milk. Who doesn't love chocolate milk? The King of Pentacles is someone who is, it is awesome. Chocolate milk is awesome. The King of Pentacles is someone who is normally head of the family, head of an organization, who has mastery over the resources. They know how to make sure the money is there when it's needed. They have control of being aware of what's coming into the household, what's coming into the company, what's going out, and making sure the books balance. And when money's needed, they're always the ones that have it. So there is someone around who, if extra finances and resources are needed, they have it covered. We have the 9 of Pentacles. This is abundance. This often talks about a mature woman. The 9 of Pentacles, when we see the Queen of Pentacles in this deck, it's very much the same woman. This could be your Queen of Cups. But this 9 of Pentacles is very much a lady who she's wonderful at looking after the garden. She's creative, she's resourceful, she's grounded. She brings abundance. You see all the pentacles here? She has this beautiful area. She's a falconer. She understands nature. She understands how to present herself to the world. People around her, everybody flocks to her, including all the animals. This is a woman who is more than capable of bringing joy and happiness into your life. The King and the 9, this is the one who comes up to be the Queen, to be the partner. But here she's bringing and helping the actual resources for the family. And that's everything. It's the time, it's the energy of making sure people are where they should be at the right time. Yeah, Alan's a bit sleepy. She did a lot last night herself. And I start an early stream, which doesn't help because she's my mod. We then have the 2 of Cups, and you see here we have the Ace. This is the starting of bringing new energy in. This is the relationship. This is the love. This can be a relationship with ourselves, learning to love ourselves and realize that we have a lot of love to give, not only ourselves but to others. It's a key relationship. And when you see the 1 and you see the stars coming up to here, this is it again. This is often almost also seen as the card for a new relationship, a relationship going to a new level, an engagement, a wedding. When it's to do with family, it's saying there is a lot of love. There are strong connections between the family. So you have stability. You have a lot of new love and a lot of hope coming in. And that's strengthened by the 2. So that's saying there is a lot coming through, a lot of positivity, a lot of love to share and share around the family. Strength with family love. We have the 3 of Pentacles. There is a lot of resources card here, a lot of money. As I said, resources, when there is a family member who might need more support, more resources, more time, more energy, medications, equipment. There is money here around and resources to cover those. There is the love here to give support in financially and emotional support. And this is what we're seeing here. The Three of Pentacles is someone who takes commissions, a master. This could also be you, in the fact that you are becoming a master of your art and what you're doing, and will later take commissions. This is normally someone who is, here you can see they've actually, with an anvil, they're actually creating. This is the card of the creator who becomes a master and goes on to have commissions. This is the Michael D'Angelo. This is the people who take in and become masters of their trade. So this could well be, the card is picking up as you who has that mastery. Temperance is flow and balance, and realizing that we have to balance our work and life. Fire, our passion, our drive. Sometimes the worry we have, but also the emotions. So when you see fire and water, it is exactly that. It's very much the push-pull of, I have to succeed, I have to do things, I have a lot on my plate, I have to get done. But I have the emotions, and that same cup here, I have someone to care for and look after, but I still have college assignments to do. I still have work to do. And it's learning to balance the two together. So it's being tempered, it's being moderate, and looking after yourself. We have had a lot of court cards, the kings coming through. The Emperor is another strong person. The King of Wands is someone who is also very much aware and in charge of and able to control that flow of energy, of drive, passion, being productive. When you have the Emperor and the King of Wands, there are two very strong males surrounding the situation who will give stability and overall health. But you've also had the King of Pentacles. So you actually have three incredibly powerful male figures who are around, who are able to help. The Two of Cups and that Pentacles may be your sisters who are there to give extra emotional love and support. But there is a king who can help with the financial support. But there is a lot of love. There are choices, and we have the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups. So there are a lot of choices regarding emotions, finances, and the actions that need to be taken. But there are strong people, the Emperor, the King of Wands, and the King of Pentacles, who are going to be able to help make those choices and have a good understanding of them, to be able to make sure that this family unit is covered financially, emotionally, resources-wise, with energy, protection, and a lot of love, but also people who know how to make decisions in all those areas and can give good advice, grounding advice, and keep stability in the area. Is that helping, Kiwi? And does that make sense? Because of you will know the people involved here more than I will. Yes, it does. I'm glad. I'm just going to do a couple of clarifiers for you. Are you getting the messages you were hoping you were going to get? The way that we've actually framed it, and realizing that it's your mum, you, and your sisters. That it's not that I'm reading for a third party, I'm actually for you, but these are the supports because the question relates to them, but I'm actually reading for you. But this is to keep us grounded, knowing I'm glad. We have community. There is a strong community helping you and your family. There is a mature man, because we've seen three kings and the Emperor. This may be your father, it may be an uncle, it may be a grandfather, it may be a friend of the family, it may be the doctor, it may be a religious person, but we have a mature man here who is very much in charge of the community and looking after the situation. The Great Fortune card is very much saying that money and resources are available to be utilized, and they're there for the asking. Be aware sometimes it may feel like they're being stolen away and there's a lot going out at one time, but also be aware that there might be somebody who could be trying to use the situation to take a little bit more than is required. Don't let them do that, because they will try to bleed the situation. So that's a warning sign to let us know that there are some things going on, maybe in the background and underlying, but because you're all focused on one thing, you're not picking up on these ones. And that's when the cards tell you that there is a cautionary thing to be read. The owls are very much the cards of wisdom. So they're telling you that there is wisdom here and that you will get a message. This may come through, and because it's the birds, often we say it's people getting things through Twitter and messages and emails. But there is, like the mature man, there is someone who really knows what they're talking about, who'll be giving you the messages that you need to hear, helping you through this and making sure that everything goes smoothly. But these ones here, because there are a lot of resources around, just ensure that everybody just keeps an eye out for someone who might be not having the family's best interests at heart. Because sometimes that does happen. They see an opportunity to be, might on the outside look loving and giving, but aren't always, can be quite self-serving. We're going to pull one of our universe cards, because I always do. Give yourself much more credit. These are big ones. These are the cards of the universe, and they're not the biggest cards I use, believe me. I have a couple of decks that are bigger than this. But the message they give is true. So give yourself much more credit. A stranger than strange preponderance to ponder. Those in great relationships aren't always those who are good at relationships. And those in challenging relationships aren't always those who are bad at relationships. So you see, wow, even though I use preponderance ineptly, this one is really good. Please ponder. What it's saying is, sometimes we believe we're the one who isn't good at the relationship, or we're the one that's the bad one in the relationship. What you have to realize is that isn't so. You are the one giving what you can give of your unique self in the relationship, and that is enough. Don't feel that you're not giving enough of yourself to the others in a relationship, be it family, friends, personal relationships, ones at school. You are more than enough. Give yourself credit for what you are. Give yourself much more credit. You are worthy. You are giving all you can give, and you're giving it in the right way. Does that help, Kiwi? Is there anything else I need to clarify for you? Yes, it does, thank you. I'm so pleased. And you know, if you need to, you can always, you know how to get in touch with me if you need to. So, if things change, you get in touch, because you know I'm here for you. You're part of this family. All right, thank you. Stick around if you can. If you can't, I totally understand, but thank you for coming in and being here and helping me become affiliate today with my 7th stream. I really appreciate it. And thank you for being there at the very beginning for the first one, because you were the one who kept me alive that day. You really did. Navera 14, please type ready in chat if you are here for your reading, and then I know. Yeah. come up to the Q. Hang on. Where are we? Q. Okay. Always happy to be here when you can. And I appreciate there's a lot going on, and if you're here, I really appreciate you being here. I really do. And good luck with all your studies, and good luck with the family relationships and your mum's health at home. We've actually got you got Nali. There was others in there. Did you just want to check? Mr. Lucas, is that correct? I have a Mr. Okay, that's fair enough. Thanks for that, Anna. I appreciate that. I didn't think they were, but you never know. Okay. Nali, you are next. The other two were not serious, and that's fine. We understand that, that it is their loss, and I know some people come in to troll and to, you know, they've got nothing better to do, so they'll make fake donations and go up on lists and everything else, and that's absolutely fine. I give genuine readings. They want to do that and think they're creating a problem. They're not at all. It's that's so inconsequential. It's not a matter at all. It needs a lot more than that to faze me, I'm afraid, in my mod. So Nali, if you're here, if you can give me a deck that you would like to have read from. Believe, courage, love, dream, serenity, or hope, or a number between 1 and 6. If none of those words resonate, and you can pick a deck. Kiwi, artistically, do you like all the purple on here and all the crystals? Dream, please. I thought we were doing Twitch. Amethyst was very much for today, and this is a beautiful, what they call amethyst wand, but it also has inclusions here where it's been cut, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's almost like the crystal inside the amethyst. So, and my little dragon. All of these, this is an amethyst geode. This is an amethyst wand. These are amethyst pyramids, the triangles. I hope to get more of these, but I want to do the platonic solids. You can pick a different deck. I haven't touched anything. You can pick whichever deck you would like. Which deck would you like, Nali? Do you want the Legacy? Do you want this one, Believe? The Legacy, Marchetti? The Oracle of Visions, or the Tarot Grand Lux? 6. You want the Grand Lux. It is one of my favourites. They're all beautiful, this one and this one, but I love the Tarot Grand Lux. Yeah, and these are all amethysts and all the different chakras with a small crystal in there. And that's a big one. This is a tiny crystal wand, and you see, although they're all amethyst, they're slightly different. But this is amethyst, and that's a rough amethyst as well. You weren't sure about visions? That's an oracle. It's not a tarot. But I can pull you a couple of oracle cards afterwards. What does amethyst mean? Amethyst is a beautiful crystal. It helps with our intuition. It's the color of the third eye, where we have our intuition, and it's what the third eye or the third chakra is about, opening up. You remember, yeah, and that's very much what it's about. And But purple is also, it used to be the colour just of royalty because it took such a lot to actually create the deep purple. So in Victorian time, it was a long time ago when you would have kings and queens and all the different class structure. It was a very expensive colour, and I think in some particular things, it was the only colour that royal families could wear because no one else could afford it, which is why they had the cloaks of purple with the ermine feather the ermine fur to say they were extremely wealthy and only royalty could wear it. So it is a colour of luxury, it is a colour of instinct, it's a colour of giving it's also the creative colour. So when people want to open their mind creatively, they will use the deepest colour amethyst they can find. Others will find this one is almost like they use it as like a seer stone. It's almost, they can see through because it's a light of the amethyst. But those who want to go deep need to get me a deep colour and to help my creativity and art. These are beautiful. A lot of people wear these types of ones and they wear them around, but again, having an amethyst geode, having an amethyst stone like this, it all helps, really does help. It helps bring up that colour of intuition and creativity. You said already, I've been up and down with my cat tonight, so I haven't been following clearly. That's absolutely fine. Wait, do you move the stones with the words on around? I remember the art on the back of these cards. I may have done. Some of them, I always put the dream on the dream one. I may have changed them around. Is this the artwork you wanted, or is it a different one? Which is the artwork on the back that you're after? These are the ones you want? Yeah, these are Tarot Luxe. And that's why I like to have these up so you can see the names, but the artwork, because some people, they look at the name, but the artwork on the back is very much what draws them to it. I just thought I picked Dream last time and didn't recognise the deck you picked up. No, that's the Dreams. Really liking those jesters on the back of these ones. The jester is very much Ciro's key. He always puts a jester on the back of his decks or something that relates, or he uses a timepiece. You'll even love it because by Christmas I'll have one of his customized banners along here and 3 more of his limited edition decks like this one. Okay, Nali, are we wanting a specific question or a general reading? How do I overcome blocks preventing me from achieving my goals? How do I think with my heart and not my mind and stop overanalyzing? Okay, the blocks from your goals, thinking with your heart and not your mind to stop overanalyzing. Thinking with your heart. Sorry, it's about 20 questions. No, I can see exactly where you're coming from and why you're feeling like that. With feeling with your heart is opening up. Overanalyzing sucks. I feel, yeah, we call it analysis paralysis. And now, yeah, it's brilliant. When you want to get more into your heart space, we use rose quartz. Rose quartz is for the heart chakra. So I have, this is a very, very solid lump of rose quartz. These are what we call wands. It is a big chunk. It's like that one. A lot of people use these also for massage if they have headaches and problems, or they will just hold them and it helps connect. Whereas this is thinking, this is feeling, which is why I brought you out the rose quartz, because we're trying to connect with the heart space here. And sometimes connecting with the heart space and using our intuition, and these two stones work very well together, is how we overcome. This is for the blocks. This is for the goals. I'm picking out the key words in this question. This is for my heart, and you've got the Queen of Hearts, so that's... And this is my mind. Getting a bit off camera. Okay, thank you. It's because of these. They're all in camera better? Can you see those all right, Nali? Thank you for that, Anna. Yep, yeah, then that's the reason I like it on this one, because I like to be able to see what's in the shot. And I couldn't when it was quite small, all in frame. Terrific. It is very hard because I'm seeing chat on the camera and the monitor in front of me. Because of my eyesight, I need to wear my reading glasses. So if I have something on that side in writing, I can't see it, but I also need the picture so I can see what's in frame. Okay. This was about the blocks, and that's why I've chosen the key words. How do I overcome blocks? This is going to give us the insight in how you overcome the blocks. This is the goals. This is the heart. This is the mind and the analysis. How do I overcome the blocks? The Two of Swords. Blocks are mental. Two of Swords. Swords is the element of air. Air is the over-analyzing. This is where the analysis paralysis comes from. I am like the hamster on the hamster wheel. My thoughts are going around and around and around and around and around and around. I cannot get off the hamster wheel. I keep doing the same one or two thoughts. The Two of Swords is a choice. To overcome your blocks, there is a choice that you feel you need to make. You see the purple here? It is the amethyst. It is saying that the blue is for communication, which is the thoughts, the clarity, the focus, the analytical way we choose to make a decision, being in our headspace, but our eyes are not seeing everything in front of us. In other words, we do not have all the information to make the decision. And when we don't have all the information to make a decision, and we're going back and forth, one and two, this way, that way, should it be this? Should it be that? That's what the swords are saying. They're two thoughts going in our head, but we can't decide which one we need. That's because we can't see everything to make the decision. There is some hidden information. There is something that hasn't come into your consciousness yet. That is why you can't make a decision. That is why you are having a block from achieving your goals, because there is a decision that needs to be made that you are not in the right place at the moment to make, because one, you do not have all the information at hand. That's the first part. There needs to be more research. There needs to be some more information. You need to ask more questions. The decisions you're trying to make, you need to do a SWOT analysis on them, as strengths, weaknesses, all of that. Mind mapping, what can I do? Where am I going? When you've done that, the Ace of Wands is a whole new beginning. It is the firing up. It is a new project. It is a new drive, a new passion. This is an idea that fires in your head. It is like the light bulb moment, and it just catches on fire. It's like, wow, that's it. That's the reason. That's what I have to do. This is everything. I understand now. Once you've removed the block, that comes through. The 3 here is what happens when we don't remove the block. We go from this to this. We go, I just want to have some peace. I just want to feel that my head and my heart space are in the same place. This is like and often seen as a broken heart. There is normally a red heart with 3 swords in it. But it's in our head. It physically feels like our heart is broken. It physically feels like we are going nowhere, that we are broken, hurt, and do not know where to turn. But it is a sword. It is not a physical, although it feels physical, it is our thoughts that are creating the situation of that she's leaning on. That is your physical block. This is what you're feeling when you're blocked. This is the decision, not making the decision, not having the information to make the decision. This is how you feel. Because you're trying to overcome that block. That one there is actually creating the block and making the decision. This is the physical interpretation of the block. This is what you have to break through. That Thor's 3rd sword, it's not doing anything, but it's across the swords. It's like saying, I'm crossing swords with you. I am creating a battle in your mind with your thoughts, but it's hurting your heart because you're not achieving. You're feeling you're standing still. You are in anguish. You are in pain. But it is the thoughts in your head that are creating that. There is no clarity of thought. There are 2 different thoughts, but the block is not having the information. Can you see where that not having the information is almost mirroring? I don't feel a lot in my heart, and I have pain in my mind and thoughts. That's what these are saying. This is the block. That lack of information is turning physically into that block. Because of that, you're not getting this new information coming through. You haven't got the spark to help you make the decision. How you get rid of that block, how you get that new sense of adventure, direction, passion, and drive. The lack of information, not being able to see all the things in front of you, literally not having all the cards in front of you to make the choice. You have 2 choices, 2 thoughts, 2 parallel things going on. You need to be able to have all the information at hand. That might take some time, but the moment you start taking physical action and getting out of your head and getting proactive in saying, if I have to find out what the missing information is so I can go forward, that will help. It will then give me the drive to find out and break that actual block in my head and see and take away that and open my eyes and see what is there that I need to find out. That is the action. We use tarot to engage life, not escape it. And that saying came from a very, very incredible man called Marcus Katz from Tarosophy Tarot Association, and he's been using it for 40 years. You want to live in this chat forever? You can stop by any time. I give what I like to say is actionable advice. It's no good saying this is going to happen if you don't actually have a solution to the problem. This is guidance, but it is actionable. You must take action. Nothing happens if we don't change, and we can only change by taking an action. All the thinking all in the world and the paralysis, the analysis paralysis in your head, it's paralysis. It stops you from moving. Wands are about movement. It's action. It's going forward. You need to have action in your life. That's one of my blocks, being able to take action or feeling some resistance. That block is created because you are in your head. You are in your head. To take action, it's not just about getting in your heart, it's literally moving your hands, moving your feet, physically taking an action. I will talk to somebody. I will go and see somebody. I will take a walk in the park. I will change my environment. I will change my perspective. Action is doing. It is an adjective. I will act. I will do. I will get off my little rump and I will get up and I will walk out the door and I will do something. Does that make sense? We can stop ourselves by doing action by saying, oh, I have so much I have to find out. Yes, good. You can find out on the internet, you can find out on phones, but sometimes we need to get out of the house, out of our environment to somewhere different. A change of thought, a change of perspective, a change of environment. Sometimes taking a walk, sometimes going to the ocean, seeing the water, going to the mountains, going to the grass, going to look at an art gallery. All of a sudden we see something that goes, yes. That's the key. It's taking the mask off. It's dropping the blindfold. Now we are going to the goal. Carrying on from that, the goal, you're not achieving the goal because you have 9 swords. I'd say that probably at night you're kept awake with your thoughts, almost maybe sometimes night terrors, sometimes nightmares, sometimes just literally that hamster wheel. I can't sleep, my mind won't shut down, I can't get these thoughts out of my head. I'm going around and around, and it doesn't matter, every single thought seems to be a negative one. I cannot get out of my head. My head is hurting. It is making me feel I am under attack, mostly yes. This is again, when we went off from the 3, it just goes up and up and up. We get to here. The swords are, like every sword, literally 2-edged. The negative side is we don't get out of our head and we use our thoughts against ourselves. Our negative speak. I can't do this, I don't like how I look, I don't like how I sound, I don't like my friends, I don't like my work, I don't like my family, I don't like that I need to lose 30 pounds, I don't like the fact that my car is old, I don't like the fact that all my friends are doing better than me. Every single one of those swords is a negative part of your life that you have put into thought and you keep using to literally use your thoughts to stab yourself. The positive side of a sword is it cuts through all the negativity. I am good, I am worthy, I can go to the gym, I can take a walk, I can tell my boss that I do this, this and this and I need a promotion. I can actually work towards my goal by taking a step each day towards my goal. I can sign up to learn a new course. I can go and get myself fitter. I can find out more about the company. I can find out more about the area I want to work in. I can be proactive. That is the positive side of a sword. A sword has 2 edges, this side and that side.
That's the negative side. The positive side, taking action. Your goals. Wands, fire, action, drive, determination, being able to push forward, overcoming all obstacles, fighters, warriors. This is the Knight. This is the card of movement. This is the most active person in the Wands, the Knight. He does not take no for an answer. He drives forward. He will not be stopped. He does it with purpose, with drive, with every thought in his head going, we are moving forward. We are positively making a difference every day, moving towards our goal, moving closer. Each step the horse takes is getting closer to the end goal. This is how you overcome your blocks to reach your goals, is you get out of your mind and you fire up your root chakra, which is grounding, because when you're in your head, you're in the air element. We want to be in the earth element. We want to be grounded. And you find the passion in your heart of how to move, what it is you actually want to do. If you love something, you will move heaven and earth to do it. You can't do it for somebody else. You have to feel it. You have to do what it is that excites you, that creates that passion, that when you think about it, see the growth? When you have that fire in your belly, like the dragon, you breathe fire, things grow, things come to you, positive things come to you. He has wings, he is moving forward, he is not stopping for anybody. When you get out of your heart space, your head space, and all of those negative thoughts, and you start moving forward, harnessing the power and the drive and the passion, you reach your goal. The Empress, she's the ultimate card for growth, abundance. Here you see this woman as a tree, Mother Earth, Mother Nature, with a child, with all the beautiful birds around, all flying, but you see all the animals in the background, you see all the greenery, the gold. This is the card of abundance, cornucopia. This is what happens when you reach your goal. Everything blossoms. Your life, your heart space, relationships, abundance, resources. This is the card. When we talk about coins being part of the earth and resources and abundance, the Empress is the absolute pinnacle, because all the resources we get come from the earth in one way or another. And when you have reached your goals, you have all the resources of the world and the abundance at your fingertips to create anything you want, give you anything you want. It is always there for the taking, but you have to be able to realize that the tree has been there for a long time. It puts out roots, and as wide as the roots are on a tree, so is the canopy. The hard work is hidden by the ground. You don't see all the roots. You don't see the big roots, and then the finer roots, all the networking, all the decisions, all the hard work, all the blood, sweat and tears from underneath the tree as it grows, and the canopy, and it gives life and growth and abundance. That's the result of all the hard work. The trunk in the middle, it takes time to come from a seedling to a sapling, to an immature tree, to a full-grown tree. Goals do not happen overnight. There are no overnight successes. They take hard work. They take blood, sweat and tears. They take a lot of thinking. You've done the thinking. Now it's time for action. Because if you want that to create and to come true and to make your life the way you want it to be, to work to become and have all that abundance, action. Actions speak louder than words. Actions are adjectives, they are doing. We have to do to create. The heart space. How do I think with my heart? Did you hear what he said? How do I think with my heart? See all these hearts? Our heart is here. What happened? I just went off screen for a second. We don't think with our heart. We think with our head. We feel with our heart. And that's it. In your question, how do I think with my heart? Because you're still in your head. You feel. How do I learn to feel? Feel. All of us here, we've been in our headspace. You need to be in your heart space. How do I feel? And you have the Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts is all about feeling. So let's see how we get to become the Queen of Hearts. You start a new journey. This is the Fool, the beginning of the major arcana. It is 0. It is nothing has happened yet. This here is taking a leap of faith. It's believing, heart, believing that I'm going on a new journey. I'm going to create a new pathway, a new life. And I'm doing it with feeling. I feel with my heart. He's taking off here. You can see he has everything he needs. He has the pole here. He has that passion. He has his companion, his little dog. He's beautifully, colourfully dressed. He said, life is an adventure. I have the cups. I have the emotions. I have the pentacles. I have the wands. I have the green of everything I need. I have the blue of communication. I have the purple. I have the ability to see. Everything I have is going to take me on this journey. I have all the tools here. I just need to take the first step to start on my journey. The Four of Cups. This is all about the heart space. These were the cards that came up for your question, how do I think with my heart? It's telling you, you start the journey by connecting and realizing that we feel with our heart. We stop thinking, we start feeling. These 3 cups are things that in the past, that the 3 of Cups in this is the card before. It normally is about friendships, connections, networking, socializing. You're looking up. You're not looking at the friends, the love, the relationships, all of the good things that you were feeling in your heart. You're actually looking up. You're ignoring them. The reason you're not connected to your heart is you are literally looking upwards, going, not interested in what's happening down here, not interested in my heart, more interested in what's going on up there in my head. Bring the gaze down. You're looking at that pie in the sky, you're looking at that cup, as if to say, everything I want is up there. I want that cup, I want that Holy Grail, I want that heart. I want my goals. I want to think with my heart. How do I do that? Excuse me. What you have to do is connect with your heart. Learn to bring the gaze down. Reconnect with your people, your friends, family, everybody who gives you joy, love, friendship. The hearts are there. Your heart is open, but you are almost like you've locked it away and said, no, that's not what I'm getting into today. I'm looking further ahead. You can't build. I did. You lock something away. It sounds very much like it, because this card is telling me that these 3 hearts here, you are not connecting with. You're looking up here. You need to be able to bring all of these together to move forward. Does that make sense? Emotions and feelings were my enemy, but I need to connect. Now, when people say emotions and feelings were my enemy, it's because sometimes when we have difficult emotions, we shut down. What we forget is that you cannot have just all the good in your life and totally negate the bad. Because to gain mastery over your emotions, we have duality as our nature. We have negative, we have positive. We have masculine, we have feminine. We have joy, we have pain. We have love, we have hate. We have friendship, we have destruction. The point is, it doesn't matter how terrible we go, those emotions are. The only way to move forward is to recognize, acknowledge, work through them, and then say, I haven't buried them, I have realized they are part of me. I have learned that relationship, when it went wrong, I understand what happened and why. I've learned from that. I won't allow that to happen again. I will create stronger boundaries. I will look for more red flags. I will find myself and know that I'm worthy of love, and I have to love myself and connect with myself before I can connect with someone else. If I cannot open up my own heart and love myself and connect with my own heart, if I cover this, how can someone else get to it? How can I let someone else love me? And how can I love them if I have locked my heart away to the point that it's like it no longer exists? When we shut away all these difficult emotions in the past, the negative emotions, if people, family, friends, and relationships hurt us, all we do is we fill up that hurt and we bury it. It is not until we learn to shine a light on that, bring it to the surface, deal with it, understand. You saw a cat walk by? That would probably be Ollie or Roxy. If it had a multicolored tail, it's our little girl Roxy. Yeah, because I think, the boy's asleep. That's Roxy. She loves, I'm surprised she's not on the table. She likes to come and get involved. So that is what you're required to do. Does that make sense, Gnarly? Different ear colours on Roxy. Yep, they certainly are. Yes, too much sense. It's not that it's too much sense, it's letting you know that you have the ability for the Queen of Cups to be able to, when we say have mastery over emotions, it's understanding that we have, if we don't experience the dark emotions and the hurt and the pain, we don't appreciate the joy and the happiness of when we love. Everybody at one time in their life will be hurt through someone hurting them that they loved. That is life. It is how we grow as a person. It is how we learn to realize what is true love, what is the love. Anna, we have a kitty cat who's deciding that the kitchen sink and things in there are much more interesting. She's a little bit of a devil, our little Roxy. You can't just say, I'm going to ignore the bad stuff and I'm only going to enjoy the good stuff.
And you still want it, but you can't have it.
Because what makes us who we are is actually getting through the bad stuff. And you know they say it builds character? It does. It's when we overcome the hard things in life. It makes us who we are. Very quick true story. At 15, I was in a Category 5 cyclone, which if you're in America is like a hurricane. I broke my back. I was paralysed from the waist down and my right arm, and was told I would never walk, I would never have children. And I could have taken that on board as the most tragic thing in my life and have allowed myself to live in tragedy, hide from it and ignore it. I chose to fight it. I chose to take it on board, work through it, relearn to walk, have my family, and it has made me the strongest person I could be. It is also the reason I took up tarot, because I was gifted a tarot card. Because I couldn't use my right hand, I had to use my left hand and learn to try to use my right to actually turn the card and learn to look at it flat on my back in traction on a rotisserie bed that I like to call, because I'd broken my back. When we are hurt, physically, emotionally, we have to be able to work through it, because the darkness, the pain, that is how we learn. That's fine, Nali. I use it as a story to tell people that it wasn't a bad thing. It was actually one of the most incredible experiences of my life, because I learned so much about myself at a young age, and I learned that I can overcome anything. And you can too. If you take on board those things that have hurt you, those people that have hurt you, and you work through that. You don't stay stuck. You don't stay looking above. You connect to the heart space. You connect to everything. You realize that the dark times in your life are what make the joyous times, and the love and opening your heart and giving love and receiving love. That's how it happens. When you shut yourself off, it doesn't happen. Does that make sense? Yes, I'm glad. So, that's the heart, and we know that there is the ability for so much love, passion, abundance in your life. Now we're getting to the goal. We have here the 6 of coins. You have a story from when you were younger too? Perhaps another time, that is fine. We have here, can you see 3 coins? We have the 6 of coins. That is victory. That is having enough money that you can give to others. That is saying, I've worked so hard, I have created the life I want to, I've reached my goals, and I now have money, balance in my life to be able to give to others. I have enough. We then have the Nine of Pentacles. This beautiful woman, again a different deck, you see the same woman, beautifully dressed. The Falconer, she has control. She's grounded, but she has all the money and the rainbow, passion, drive, everything she needs. You have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. That is telling you, you can have love, you can have the money, you can have all the things you want. And you have the Empress, the abundance. They're beautiful cards to have. They're very powerful cards to have in a reading. The Ten of Cups is the ultimate. It is saying here that you have been able to fill all your resources right up to the very top. This card in other decks is a family around you, a home, everything you work for that you want in your life. The Nine here is saying, I'm getting so much. Everything in the garden is rosy. I'm building up. But you also make it to the 10, so you have the victory of the cards. You've got enough to give to others. You have all the abundance to make the beautiful garden and the home. But you have more than that because everything else is filled up with your resources and money too. I know you can reach your goals. You can get out of the headspace and you can start taking action. That action is going to lead to abundance in the areas of your life that you're hoping to conquer. Hiya Wolfie, how are you? Lovely to see you. Welcome to the channel. Hope you hear your music in the background. And for those that are here, we actually have the composer, creator, streamer extraordinaire, Spotify, you name it, every musical platform there is. The music you're hearing belongs to Wolfie Vallejo. He's in chat. And if you'd like to say in chat how much you love his music, please do so, because this man deserves all the praise and credit for music I love to listen to. So, Wolfie, how you doing? Making you blush? No, man, you deserve the credit. You deserve the praise. Like we say to people, when you have the gifts and creativity, make sure you spread it around. You allow us streamers to use your music for nothing. That is a gift. And your gifts are extraordinary. You are a creative man. We appreciate it because not everybody is creative. And when someone is, I swear when I get the time to start streaming, I'll be using your music. Absolutely, it's beautiful. And Candy, you couldn't do any better. So Nali, we have the heart. We have the resources. And you have the Empress with all of them. You can get out of your thinking, get out of that headspace. You can grow and become, conquer your goals. You can start to feel, not think about the heart, but feel. And you will have everything there. I picked up an oracle card for you, okay? This particular card is a woman who's going out, but she has a mask. See these birds? What she does is when she goes out, is she wears the mask. She tries to fit in with other people. She's trying to fit in with the birds. Although she's not a bird, she's a woman. That tells me that at the very crux of your problems with your head, your heart, your blocks and your goals is you are trying to fit in with people who aren't your tribe. And when I say that, I mean sometimes we're in a group of friends or colleagues at work and we try so hard to bend ourselves out of shape and put on a mask, act like them, talk like them, think like them, dress like them, go to places they go to fit in, to be one of them, because we see that they're doing well and we think that's what we have to do. Do you know what you have to do to get out of your head, overcome your goals, your blocks, create and actually attain your goals, find love and everything you want? It's learning to be authentic. It's learning that it doesn't matter how many people are around you, how they act, how they behave. If you do not love who you are, if you do not act as yourself, there is no putting on an act. It is being who you are 24/7. When we're authentic, real, people gravitate to us because they can see we are genuine. We are telling the truth. We are not being someone we're not. We're not putting on a mask. We are not trying to be who they think we should be. We are who we are. I'm 60 years old. I don't colour my hair. I'm going grey. I'm proud of it. You know what? It says I've got 60 years of experience of life. I am who I am. Take me for who I am and what I am. Funny you pulled that card. No coincidences, not funny, because I guarantee that card means something to you, doesn't it? Guarantee you, when you pulled that card and I told you what it was about, inside you went, yeah, maybe I do. Maybe I'm not always who I really am. Does that resonate? You're a paranoid schizophrenic. That doesn't mean to say that you have to hide yourself and who you are. And I know it's difficult because with mental health issues and being schizophrenic and a paranoid schizophrenic, you are worried that people will not treat you very well. But I also know, it's basically part of who I am, I wasn't going to mention it. This is, but saying about masks, exactly. In this channel, Gnarly, we are supportive of all mental health issues. You don't know if you saw yesterday, the one on Thursday, the 10th of October being World Mental Health Day. We are mental health advocates, we support people. We understand that some people have depression, some people are bipolar, some people have, like you, paranoid schizophrenia, and you are who you are. We accept you for who you are. You are not your health condition, because that is a medical diagnosis. It is not who you are. It is a part of who you are. I have chronic heart failure. I have a brain tumor. That does not make me my brain tumor or my heart failure. I am Tarot DNA. I am Vera. I am a mother. I am a daughter. I am a sister. I am a grandmother. I am who I am. I have medical issues. I do not shy away from them, but they do not define me. Mental health does not define you. Your paranoid schizophrenia does not define you. It is part of who you are, but it does not define you. It may, at times, I've got ADHD, well, not as harsh as schizophrenia can be, but only my ADHD. I have two nieces who have ADHD. Absolutely, Kiwi. If you ask 100 people, every single one of them could tell you something they have that they try to hide from other people, keep hidden. We don't talk about it till we feel safe and trust people. In this channel, we focus on love and trust and care and positivity. We will never ever not take you for who you are. But this card, you are never going to change that part of you. But it doesn't define you, and it doesn't define what you do and where you go. And I appreciate that sometimes with medication, there are ups and downs. And therefore, there are times you have to take more care. You have to become the Queen of Cups for yourself and take more self-care. It may affect you, but it is not you. And that is absolutely correct. It doesn't define you. It impacts your life in many ways. And at times it may feel like it overtakes your life. And when it does, that's when you have to pull back and take care of yourself. But at other times, and thank you for being comfortable enough in the space and safe enough that you can share that with us, both of you. And it's absolutely correct. We are trying, this is a very new channel, and I know some of you know me. Your reading did resonate. I felt like I was being told off for half of it and getting a kick up the back end side for the other, but it's just what I needed. I don't sugarcoat, Nali. I don't sugarcoat, because I think when people come to me and ask for a reading, it's because they need to hear something. There's something worrying them, bothering them. We all got your back, both of you. And my DMS on Twitter are always open if you ever need an open ear. You know, Wolfie's going through his own personal things. Anna has her own issues. Everybody has an issue, a problem, a family member. Every single person in the world needs extra care and help and love. And that's what this channel's for. And if you're ever in Anna's channel, she is a very big mental health advocate. She understands more than I do. And our channels are safe, and we've taken the pledge so people know that in our channels, they are safe here. And you are safe, Nali, and you will always be safe here. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for feeling able to say that in chat, as Anna said, for being comfortable enough in this space that you could share with us, and you, Kiwi, too. Because that's what this channel's about. I read tarot to help people in the way that I know how. But more than anything, this space, this chat, this channel, this is for everybody who needs a safe place to be. And we all need a safe haven to go to and be able to talk and feel we can be ourselves. Absolutely, thumbs up. So I wasn't telling you off, but I am a mother and I am a grandmother. And I do sometimes, and I used to be a teacher, so I do sometimes kind of go, do you know what? Action, action, action. It's lovely that both you and Anna do all this. There are loads of other channels that feel this way. I think because Anna and I are extremely close, and I wouldn't be here today. Yes, I was waiting for the smack on the table that makes me jump every single time. That's my tower moment. Yeah, absolutely. But it comes from love, and it comes from respect, and it comes from my heart space wanting to help people, but in my genuine own way, using my life experience, my knowledge and understanding to guide people. I don't give personal advice. I read from the cards and then I say, these options are open to you. You can totally disregard every word I say. That is your choice. You can say, Tarot DNA, you took a lot of rubbish. Haven't had that yet. I'm waiting for it one day. I am not trying to tell anybody what they should and shouldn't do. I'm telling you there are options, there are choices. What you do with your life is always your choice. But if you are active, proactive, and actionable, then we become responsible for our choices. We take back control and we create the life we want, because we go, I'm in control of my life. not someone else. I make the decisions for me, for my life. And then I take the consequences. Swim or drown. That's the choice. Because we either swim out or you need to take your cat back in. Absolutely. Cats rule. They do in our place. So I think I can move the hearts out the way now. They've done their purpose. And I need to create some more space because I added a few extra things. Well, we're just waiting for Nali to come back in. For those of us that have cats, we totally understand that when a cat wants to come back in, it wants to come back in. My cat just entered the room. Cats are uniting. What's your cat called, Kiwi? We've got a Roxy and an Ollie. The girl's Roxy, the boy's Ollie. They're a brother and sister bonded pair we foster. Yours is Luna. Ah, the moon, Luna. We'll find out what Nali's cat's called when he comes back in. One of the next terriers I'm going to buy, a lovely black cat. Oh, we had a black cat called Tyson. He's now at the other foster place as an office cat. Named for Sailor Moon, Anna's asking. She's an anime fan, knows all about those things that I don't. I miss a lot of references in chat because no, but a lot of people think so. Anna knows all of those. Not sorry at all. My mum named her years ago when we first got her. Is mine done it? No, I was just waiting for you to come back because I wanted to pick you one of the universe cards. Nali, what's your cat's name? Kiwi, her cat just came into the room and her cat's called Luna. We've got Roxy and Ollie. Luna Lovegood was pretty cool. So what's your cat's name while I do the universe card for you to finish off your reading? Sorry. My cat's name is Treasure. She's ginger and black tortoiseshell. It looks like a pot of gold. That's lovely. I will poke her till she remembers. I'm rubbish. Thank you. Oh, the cat sounds lovely. Nali, going to pull you. You have more options than you realise. That's very, very apt. It sure is hard to get really angry at someone when you can think of all the reasons you love them. And you can. You have a lot of options, Nali, and a lot of them come from the fact that you are loved, you are lovable, and remember the heart space. Because when you open it, great things happen, options start coming to you. I think I'm going to have to get Anna to help me with the Discord to do a pet thread like she does so we can start putting pictures of our cats up. And Kiwi can put up some of her art for us. Has that given you everything you need, Nali? You keep going, what have I done? I really feel a sense of relief after this reading. I think I will go and take a nap in my heart space. Thank you, Tara Dune. Thank you, chat, and good night all. Nani, you're very welcome. Enjoy your sleep. You keep saying her for Kiwi. I'm so sorry. I know you are a guy now. Good night, Nali. Kiwi, I apologise if I keep saying she. I do not mean it disrespectfully. I know you are a guy. Take care all. Nali, you have a good sleep. And if you haven't already, I know you followed. If you press notifications, it will let you know when I'm coming live, because I put it on Twitter, and I think if you follow me on Twitter, it gives you the notification of when I'm coming live as well. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Am I right, Anna? It's no problem. No, it is a problem because I'm trying very hard to make sure I don't make those types of mistakes. I hadn't realised I'd switched them off, to be honest. Yeah, so when you press, Twitch doesn't like notifying me. Are you following me on Twitch, Candy? It's on now, great. Because I'm trying very hard to make sure that on Twitter I let people know a good hour or you are. And so I do it on Twitter also, because for other people I do it on Facebook, but I'm making sure I do it on Twitter because I've had it drummed into me that for Twitch you need to make sure you post on Twitter when you're going live, because I've seen Anna do it for ages now. So yes, I'm trying very hard to do all the right things. Twitter, yeah. Not a command, sorry, but you can click on the panel. It's the same name. Underneath the screen that shows this picture, if you scroll down, it has Twitter, Instagram, and my website. The panel below there is a link that Anna's telling you. If you press on that, that takes you to my Twitter. Just followed on Twitter. Yeah, Anna has pulled me up and got me into social media. She's done the panel, so they're just links. Thank you. That just it just helps you to know when I'm live. So I am learning at 60 how to utilize social media. Yeah, I know. The social of medias, absolutely. I'm trying hard. I have Instagram as well but I've been so busy getting this set up, I need to start posting more. And I also have a Tara DNA Facebook page that I have to work on. I did it so I didn't lose the name, but it's got very little on it, so I have to bring that up as well. I'll actually put the cards, whoops, on the right one. I'm just going to take a very quick break. I will be right back. Don't go away. Have a stretch, have a drink, and I'll be right back with you.
trying to find it. Oh. It's the first time I've taken a little break, like, what button do I press now? Oh, thank you all for staying around. As Anna has said, the Universe cards are lovely. These are actually by a guy called Mike Dooley. Hello again. And he does notes from the universe. And I've been subscribing to these on email for about 10 years, which is when he first started. And you can get them in your email every day, and they're brilliant, they are. And then when he came out with these cards, I went, I actually have to get them because I've been following him. They're very bright. They've got these lovely just single words or phrases on. And then at the back, a little bit further, you can use as an affirmation or read a little bit more. And I like to finish every reading with one because I think they're very empowering, uplifting, positive. And that's something, it's a message I want people to go away with after a reading, that there is always something positive and empowering to go away with. Yes, so because at the end of this stream, I'm assuming I will get, I've obviously never done this before, that I'll get an email that says, oh, you're an affiliate, you've done all the, I've got the 50 followers and I've had more than 3 people in chat as an average, and I've done more than 8 hours of streaming, and I've done 7 unique streams, and this is the 7th, so I'll have tick boxed every single one of the affiliate requirements. You can subscribe to get one email to you daily. Yeah, it is. If you, can you see that, Kiwi? It's Mike Dooley. I don't know whether you want to screenshot it or you can write it down. Yeah, affiliate. I just wanted to become an affiliate so I could join the Twitch bar. Not that I drink, but I want to have a virtual drink with everybody and buy them all a drink. So his name is Mike Dooley, and it is Notes from the Universe, and he comes in as Tut, T-U-T. So they're Tut Notes from the Universe. Yes, I'm going to have to chat to Anna because you haven't even met Roxy and Brutus yet. Got it written down, yeah. It's Mike Dooley, Notes from the Universe, and it's called Tut. T-U-T, comes in on your email, Notes from the Universe. He does calendars, but he also does loads of trips. It's really good, really good. I've been using for a long time. Our bartender and bouncer. Oh, so Roxy is obviously the bartender and the bouncer is Brutus, so I'm assuming that's correct. Lol. Or are you? They are the bar bots. Oh, she gets me every time. I think they're real people. I'm so gullible. I'm 60 and I'm still gullible to my daughter and technology things. I'm rubbish. No, I shouldn't say that. I'm still learning, but I'm very easily. We even have fan art of them. Brutus is a robot. Is that fan art? Done got tricked. Oh, I get tricked all the time. It's not surprising. Oh, I just need to drink. Fan art, yes, sorry. Explain what fan art is. I've heard the term a couple of times. I really don't understand what fan art is. And while I'm here, I'm just going to... It's not that I'm ignoring everybody, but I like... Fan draws a piece of art for a media or person they enjoy. Fan art is usually a fan of a series drawing their own version of a character. Thus, fan art, as it is, art drawn by a fan. I should say commissioned. Okay, so it's fan art is a short way of saying it's a commissioned piece of art, almost like a caricature of somebody. Roxy and Brutus were commissioned. Well, fan art is not commissioned.
Okay, so anybody can draw it, whether they're commissioned or not. Yep. Okay, so anyone can draw it. No, fan art is just by a fan of someone else's characters. So when you say characters, is that like in the game characters, like you played Borderlands and Claptrap? So someone would do fan art of Claptrap or the people in there. Like Lee he loves, what's her name, Moxie? Yes. Game, movie, anime, comic. Okay. So for example, I've had people draw a DJ Wolf for me. I saw your Mixer one. That's brilliant. Oh, it's so good. Some people make fan art for real people sometimes, like bands and such. Oh, okay. So that's when they do like a caricature of someone, or it's more real life. So you could draw fan art for me. Could you really? Oh my God, could you? Well, that one you paid for. Okay, so that was a commission, Wolfie, that one? Oh, could we get a channel? I would love you, Kiwi. As you were on my very first stream and I wanted to become affiliate, I'd love you to draw a piece of fan art for me so we could put it in the chat and people could go, oh my God, that's how she really is. And then they could comment on it. And my mom could say, oh, you really don't want that, Mum. You really don't want that. And I, yeah. Designedbyhumans.com shirt member. That is Roxy and Brutus. If I click on that link that I've got here in purple, which is really hard to see on the black, does then that skip the chat, and then how do I get back to the chat? Because you know, this is all, I can do it when I'm in chat, but actually live on camera, I don't know how. Should open up a web page. Okay. Things go crash and burn. It wasn't me. Or it probably was, actually. Hang on. Oh, security and the bartender? That's so cool. I like that. Oops, hang on. Now I'm trying to find the little square box. There's a light in my eye and I can't see. Okay. I only have one problem now, Anna. And there are emotes for them.
I'll get it back for you.
She knows me. I'm going, and it is gone. How do I get back the screen I had? This is why she's not only the greatest daughter and mod, but she is the one and only. But yes, Mum, I could definitely draw fan art for you, lol. When I do, I will tag you on Twitter and post it in Anna's Discord. That's great. Thank you, Anna. Yeah. And you can see that as much as I know about the 45 years of tarot, when it comes to technology, it's like 45 seconds in this ear out. The other is like, oh, what do I do next? I'm fine with what I know, but this is so new. And I get to a page and I go, I can't press the backspace button. How do I get back to it? I know what it's supposed to come up in, but I'm not always doing it right. This is why she got our first computer when I was 18 months old. I did. When Anna's brother and her were born, he was about 2.5. Anna was 18 months old, just not quite 18 months old. And I knew that computers were going to be a very big thing. So this was very, very early 80s. Computers had just kind of started coming out. And everyone told me I was crazy because I was buying the computer not for myself, but for the kids. And they went, they're toddlers. They're not even in daycare. And I went, doesn't matter. Computers are going to be the future. My first was, have you tried turning it off and back on again? Yeah, absolutely. And the kids got to play on it, and Anna started programming right away, and then got into building her computers and everything else. And her and her brother, I just got as much tech around them as I could. She still did reading and all her other stuff, but I was really sure that understanding computers was going to be the way of the future. So everybody asked why I support her gaming, and I went, well, I bought her first computer. I pretty much have to, don't I? Because I kind of started the addiction to technology. She read code before she could read books. Pretty much, actually, yeah. Yeah, she honestly was programming. It was a program called Dr. Logo, and you had to program things in to actually make things happen on the screen. So she had a deprived childhood if she couldn't read a book, but even more deprived if she didn't get her computer time. And the kids taught both me and my husband, who played games on it, and I just went, I can type, I'll use the word processor, I'm fine with that. But Anna was the most advanced in the house from a very young age, and I have always supported her technology habits. So yeah, I mean, I didn't get her addicted on crack cocaine or anything nasty like that, just computers. Probably more expensive, but so I take the blame, but she has the glory. But I take the blame for buying the first computer. All of them are laughing. It's true. It is absolutely true. The better things to get addicted to. I knew, and I'm so glad, because I actually had a stand-up toe-to-toe argument with my parents on buying a computer for my children with my money, and they went, that's just so wrong. And I went, what? See, I built my own PC, and yeah, I keep parting out new ones. I want to do it in various from $1,500 to $4,000. Exactly, information at your fingertips. I knew they were both gifted. They didn't have much of a choice. We're very lucky, or maybe not, depending on the way you look at it, but we are a family of Menses. My father was extremely intelligent. My grandmother was intelligent. Layla and Anna and her brother are both Menses, as am I. You are picturing baby me sitting in the corner sucking on a floppy disk as a pacifier. Well, not quite, but you did have one in your hand most of the time. And you'd sit on the lap and with the controllers. So, yeah, it was very true. Very true. And she'll kill me because I'm giving away all her secrets, but I don't think she minds that one. Computers are a big part of our life, and Anna is my tech guru. And I figure that's my payback. I bought you first computer. You have to help me learn what I'm doing with these ones. She also bought me, in defense, my first, these touchscreen phones? I was always a press button girl. I was like, I don't know what to do about all this touchscreen stuff. So Anna bought me my first one. And I've been hooked ever since. And I've gone further and further up the scale with my phones. And then my computers, then my laptops. I love my laptops. This is the first time I'm back on a PC for the actual streaming. And then she got me into 2 monitors. You have no idea. 2 monitors. I have a laptop over there. I have my big phone. She wouldn't text and suddenly phones had QWERTY keyboards. I went, I understand a keyboard. My dad is stuck in the flip phone age. I would have been. And she would sit across the room from me in the lounge with my new phone, and she'd text me and say, answer, and I'd go, hang on, I'm doing this. And she went, so Anna taught me to text. We finally got him to do a smartphone, and he hates it. I love them. When I got a role play, I have it on my main monitor, my police 10 codes on my second screen, and all other docs on my laptop next to me. I'd love 3 to 4 screens though, to be honest. But Anna had a screen die on her in between her days of streaming, and I was very fortunate. Grand Theft Auto, GTA. My son plays that. And we saw a monitor, and we went down, and they only had 2, and I knew she wanted 3 monitors the same. So I said, we have to get the second. She went, really? So we came back with 2 monitors, plus three so good for streaming. One for chat, one for gaming, the other for browsers. And then we got the other plug-in thing for because it said it helped stop frames and made streaming better. And I went, okay, while we're here, we're just grabbing the trolley and we're putting it all in. And I picked up my phone. So I dropped a lot of money that day, but it was so worth it. It was all on tech. It was all on tech. And I went, I've arrived in the tech age. I've just bought monitors and a phone and plug in, I don't know, streaming stuff, but we've got it. And then a great big power board that has like millions of bits on it as well. So this house is so teched up, it's unbelievable. And now I want another camera and a green screen. I have the addiction. Now she wants to know when I'm upgrading my computer so she can get an upgrade too. Seriously thinking I'll just upgrade anyway regardless. I'm now to that point, it's like, I do love her red PC though. This is true, and it is very true. I went for 4 years. I didn't have a television in the house. I didn't watch television. I had my phone, and I only used that because I did a lot of fundraising and people used to have to get in touch with me, and I'd have my laptop, and it only went on for about 1 to 2 hours of an evening when I would watch Netflix before I went to bed. I didn't have any tech in the bedroom. My laptop was put away in the cupboard. My house was zen. There was no technology in the house. It was beautiful. But I had a husband who had the biggest screen TV blaring 24/7 on high playing sport for a lot of years beforehand, and it was lovely having quiet. I only use my TV to watch movies to go to bed at night, and occasionally cartoons like Animaniacs. Yeah, I would use it to wind down at the end of the day, and that was it, and then I'd put it away. But I've got right into the streaming. I love watching Anna when she's gaming. I love doing all this, and I'm going, I'm enjoying this. I took up tarot, like I've been doing it for a long time, but I was going to go out and start doing tarot, and then wasn't able to. See, I can't fall asleep at night if I don't have a show or movie in the background or music. I play like white noise music. I have an app I've got that gives me rain, because I either have total quiet or I like a little bit of that. But I think that's due to some of your PTSD. That can often be true, that you have to have something there. Yeah. And it's everybody's different. Everybody's different. You know, they really are. I like rain music, but I don't do storms. I get paranoid at night, so I need sound to soothe me. Too much quiet scares me. I don't mind quiet. I don't mind rain. I don't like thunder. Having been through a cyclone, the wind when it's really loud, and thunder and lightning scare me. So I can understand sometimes how too much quiet does. Background noise helps you jump at every sound, I'm sure. Thunder is awful. I hate it. I don't. But also when I see the lightning as well, but the sound of thunder and the lightning, I close all the curtains and I will sit away from a window. I don't like it. But that's a bit like PTSD from coming through a cyclone and, you know, the roof and the walls being ripped apart from us. So it's when you go through something traumatic, Wolfie, you do. It stays with you. As much as you try to get over, there's always a little bit left there. So if having music or a show on at night and in the background and having some helps you sleep, that's great. Yeah, I love it. It has rain, but also night noises, and you can add, and it's free. It is brilliant. It's where are we? Apps. It's called Rain Sounds. It's called It's called Rain Sounds. There. Rain sounds nice, but no, I don't have the thunder in it, but the rain sounds, but it has light rain, but you can also have lots of other things with it, and you can put more birds or music. It's really lovely. This has got music on the background. You can add music to it. the music playlist on YouTube that overlay rain onto the relaxing music. Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of those till Anna got me on this app. It was really good. Really good. As we don't have anybody in chat who actually wants a reading, and I'm loving just chatting, because that's also what this is all about. I'm loving catching up with Kiwi and Wolfie. It's really lovely. Rainy Mood used to be good for just running in the background. It is, it's brilliant. Kiwi, you might not have seen this, but I do. It is good to catch up with everybody. It's wonderful to catch up. I'm really loving it. It's really nice to chill. It is lovely. And that's what these channels are about. It's not just doing the readings, it is chatting and catching up, and that's part of letting people know it's a safe space just to chill and to chat, and that's all part of it. I have this cool way of sometimes when no one has a specific question or no one wants a specific reading, if you hear me start yelling in the background, I just got or just missed this achievement I'm trying to get on my other screen. That's okay. Is this in Oni or in something else? Yeah. Okay. So I sometimes find when I do what I call my random Oni carnivore achievement, it is really hard to get. Well, you keep working on it. You keep working on it. We're cool. We haven't got anybody in here that's trolling us. There's nobody around. It's just us chilling. It's just family. It's lovely. So, what I've done is I actually went to one of those, I hope you're able to catch your stream soon again, and I haven't got to see you play Oni yet. I think I only got a glance at it when I popped in to say hello one night. Midweek is Oni, the other two are Borderlands, three at the moment. I went to Gamecrafter, which does dice, like Dungeons and Dragons dice, and I picked up 2 dice for tarot. One's a 16 and one's a 22. And the 16 is for the court cards and the 22 is for the major arcana. I didn't know tarot used dice. There is actually special tarot dice where people use them, and I will be getting a set, but they're quite expensive and they come from the States, so it's not only the dice, it's actually paying the shipping as well, which is expensive. But I come up with my own techniques. It's one of those things, I like to switch things up when I read tarot, and so this is a way that if someone kind of says, I don't know if I want a reading, I want a message, but I really don't know if I've got a question, and I kind of don't just want a general reading, and I go, I have the perfect solution. This is my most random of random way of getting out cards for you. It makes my reading unique to other readings. It does. I use a lot of different things. I actually have had several professional, and a very dear friend of mine who's a professional reader, and one of the things she did mention and comment on was I lay my things out differently, and I do a very unique way of doing my readings and picking them up and changing it all up. Whereas some readers will use specific spreads every single time. They get locked in. I like it more free-flowing, more chilled, more cool and relaxed, and to change it up as I see fit. Because change, divination, it all works well. So with the dice, this is the 16 for the 16 court cards, and I pick one. You can see that landed on number 4. Now I have shuffled these, so I have no idea. I know they're court cards, so I have no idea which court card. It's not used as a significator, it's not for anything in particular, and I just pick 1, 2, 3, and I pick the fourth card, which is the King of Swords. So that came out. Then I use a major arcana. So court cards tend to be for people, places, and events. And when I do this, I say there's a message coming through for somebody, and it might not be today, but they'll think about it, something will happen, and they'll think about it and think, that was actually meant for me. Or everybody will take something different from it. So this is the major arcana, and this is the 22 dice. That went out of camera. Let's try and keep it in camera. Hang on. Can you see that's an 18? So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You can tell there's 22 there, so I haven't jumped any. And this is the Tower. And then normally, because I can't actually get a card that's got a dice, or I haven't found one yet that's got 40 for the minor arcana, what I'll do is I'll say, as there's 3 people in chat, Wolfie, can you pick a pile, 1, 2 or 3 please? Roll 2 10s is what D&D people do, 2 10s. That would only give me 20. I've actually got 40 cards. Number 2. How do I get a dice that's got 40 on? Because there are 40 minor arcanas. One for 10s and other than 1s. Okay. So I could say, like, if it was under 4, I could say like 36 or something. I get you. I understand now. See, you can tell I don't do dice games, but I'm trying to incorporate a different dice technique. Well, I guess a D4 and a D10 then? Is a D4 just 1 to 4? And that would tell me whether I'm doing 10s, 20s, 30s, because it only goes to 40. So if it came up D4, I'd take out card 40. Yeah, okay. Right. First card in that pile, 5 of Cups. Kiwi, pile 2 or 3, because we had pile 1 already go. Actually, we had pile 2, so it's actually 1 or 3, sorry. So pile 1 or 3. 3. Five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anna, this is the last pile for you. That's number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can see it's a totally, Annie gets pile 1 because she is number 1. Yes, she is. So you can see I can do either 3 cards, or I can do 5 cards, and that is enough to do a reading, but I haven't had anything to do with actually the dice have done it. It's been as random as I can possibly get it. And I've often done it where I've rolled the dice, and whichever deck it lands close to, that's the deck I've chosen. So, we're going to say that this is a person, and the Tower is an event, and although there are people here, these are normally everyday things, so these are the events. So this is the situation, this is the person, this is the situation, and these are the smaller events around it. So the King of Swords, Swords is the suit of the element of fire, as I'm saying fire, I'm seeing the red here. King of Swords, I'll start again. The King of Swords is the element of air. Brain engaged, Vera. Brain engaged. The King of Swords is master of his thoughts. So I am definitely not the King of Swords today. This is not me. You can see here he's holding up the sword. He's sitting on his throne. He looks very Henry VIII to me. Just the way he looks and the gear around him. So the King of Swords is very much in charge of his emotions, very focused, very engaged, very much someone who is incredibly laser focused on what he's going to do. He oversees everything, so he'd be like a project manager. He knows what's going on. This is the guy who is totally in charge. What he says goes, and no one would dare go against him because he has worked out everything there is to know about what's going on, and he's the guy in charge. So you have a King of Swords who is overlooking everything, making sure everything's done right, with full clarity, logic, all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed, underlined, in triplicate, in bold, and he's not going to actually press the wrong key to send a message away. However, we have card 16, which is the Tower. 6 and 1 is 7. People consider that lucky, and that tells us that the Tower is short, sharp and quick. It is not permanent, it's temporary. So when we have like the 7 that comes with it, that's when our luck can change. It's not like the Wheel of Fortune, because it feels like there is destruction, devastation. It's like when there's been a storm and the roof gets, tiles get lost. You have a flat tire, something happens, we get news and you go, oh my God. But it's out of the blue, it's not expected, it's not something that you've planned for, it happens. You see the people coming down, losing their crowns. It's a bit like in the Renaissance when people overturned the royal families. They didn't see it coming, they thought everything was safe. King thought he was safe. Everything turned on its head and everything changed. So this is saying that short, sharp shock, your world's going to feel all of a sudden like it's tumbling down, but it's actually change for new growth. Things are going to get better. So let's see what can happen. The 5 of Cups is the element of water, emotions, the blue. You can see he has the purple inside there. This could very well be the son of the King of Swords, who is now feeling he's lost everything in his life. The castle's gone, it's blown away, the tower's gone, the girlfriends have left him, he's lost his horse, all these things have gone. He feels very lonely and he's walking away. There's 2 things over here. Hello Samyak, how are you? Wonderful, hello Rouge Pocket. Oh, it's lovely to see you both back again. I will certainly do you this other way around. I joined, but I know exactly what you mean. I know Samyak, you want a reading, that's fine. Yeah, it's exclamation join, but that's close. If you put that in front, I'm just going to finish this because we didn't have anyone who wanted a reading, so I've just done a very random reading. Last one of the day, not a problem at all. So we've come from here. He's now made a choice that he's going to move away and find something else. And in doing that, he's travelled overseas. He's looked through. He's made a whole new life for himself. He's been proactive. He's taken all of those ideas, and the ships are coming in with lots of gold, lots of things for him, and a whole new life. While I remember, I'm just going to close the queue. And then from there, all of that action and the ships coming in have brought him lots of coins. 3 cycles to spray. Thanks and hi. And because of that, he's been waiting for these to come in, and there's still more coming. And that allows him... Hello Dankson, welcome to the channel. How are you? Thank you for dropping by. He will now have a lot of riches and be able to carry on and build up his wealth. So, our king, who is master of all the thoughts, the clarity, in charge of everything, although there was a short, sharp change and everything changed, it changed for the better. Because this young man realized, although he'd lost something, he had more to gain, so he walked away and decided he was going to put his passions and emotions somewhere else. And from that love and passion took him to put actions, his words where his mouth was and his heart, and actually go forward, bring the ships in. And he came with more coins and health coming back in. I'm sorry, Dankson, I've got one last one to do of Sammy Egg, and then that will be us finished. But you can certainly, next time we're here, we can make sure you have one, but we have one last one to do, and then we'll be wrapping up. Okay, I'm very sorry. You're very welcome, Sammy Egg. Bye. You'll say you're more than welcome to change. We just won't be doing any other readings after Sammy Egg. But thank you for dropping by. Do maybe next birthday. I'm not quite sure what that means. Sammy Egg, would you like to choose a deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. We have believe, courage, love, dream, looking everything over, serenity, and hope. Well, I'll be back online for number dream. Yeah. Really sorry, Dankson, I'd love to fit you in, but I've been talking for quite a while, and after this one I would get to the point that I wouldn't be able to finish the reading because my throat would go. So I do apologise. Happy birthday. But next time you come in, we'll make sure you get a really, really good reading for your birthday. Yeah, and because when you're doing this type of stream with the tarot, you are talking constantly. Next time it won't be your birthday. I do appreciate that. But I've actually got someone else to read for now. I do apologise. But I will give you my card, forgive. Energies are high right now. I do forgive. Please forgive me. And you have more options than you realise. I'm sure there's lots of things you'll be able to do today to keep your energies high. And if you really want a reading today, then if you go onto my website and do one, I can book you in through my website. So, I'm really sorry that I have to get on with Sammy Egg's reading. Sammy Egg, did you want a general reading or do you want a specific question? No, I'm sorry, I'm not a psychic. I can't talk to your relatives. I'm a tarot reader, I'm not a psychic. But if you want a psychic, there'll be other people on Twitch who are psychics or someone else you can get and talk to. I couldn't do that anyway. That's beyond what I do. General. Okay. So I wouldn't be able to help you at all, Dankson, because I'm not a psychic. Samiak, you have a lot going on at the moment. There is a lot of red in this. There's a lot of fire, a lot of drive, a lot of passion. At the center of it all, I'm putting the devil, because both of these cards have the underlying energy of fire. The devil card here is letting us know that sometimes we feel like we're in a gilded cage, that we don't have our freedom, we don't have free will to do the things we want to do, that others are imposing their will on us, that we have habits, things that we do that aren't always for our highest good. You'll see here he's crouched down, almost as if he's trying to make himself small, and yet the cage door is open. Can you see that although he's in that cage crouched down as if he's caught and stuck, he actually isn't. The door is open. He could climb out of that cage at any time. Yes, I see, very interesting. It's like they say when a bird is in a gilded cage, they're trapped. They feel there's no way they can fly, there's no way they can soar, there's no way they can achieve what it is they want to achieve. They feel totally like there's no way they can see tomorrow. The devil is there, but he actually is not physically holding you back. The illusion of what is going on, the fire, you feel you're going to be burnt. Everything about this is illusion, it's perception. It's painting ourselves into that dark corner. It's binding ourselves with our habits, our words, people we see, what we do, our actions, and realizing, feeling, perceiving that there's no way out, that we're stuck. Nothing's going to change, and there's nothing anybody else can do about it. And yet, with one action, we can climb out of the cage and walk away. He's naked, and that's saying we are stripped down to our very bare bones. We have to drop all the masks, we have to drop all the facades, and actually realize to walk away, we have to go back to basics. We have to realize who we are, what it is we want, and allow our own needs to come first. Our own thoughts, our own actions, our own desires for things that serve us better are what we need to do. By doing that, so true. There may be a battle, there may be a skirmish, there may be an argument, a disagreement. Sometimes walking away and actually freeing yourself of things that bind you, restrict you, will create problems with those who want you to feel that this is where you should be. So, although they're all up here, you can see they're not actually hitting or hurting anybody, but they're putting up barriers. They're putting the barrier across to make you feel that you're fighting for your life. But actually, all they're doing is putting up the opposition for you to then put in a row on the 9 and go, I can overcome each and every one of those disagreements, those negative actions that other people are taking, their negative way of assessing what I'm trying to do. All of these are related. You are not stuck in the gilded cage. You are not stuck. You can go forward. People will try to stop you. Don't let them. Listen, take on board what they say, and realize that when you overcome all of those, that is the one wand that is going to take you forward. This is your one. Sounds like your workplace. It often is that there are people who try to keep us in a position that they feel we should be. Sometimes it's a boss, sometimes it's co-workers, people who don't want you to succeed. Because if you show your true initiative, your drive, what you can do, your skill set, you're going to leapfrog them and be promoted above them. They want to keep you down where you are. They want to protect their own power base. And the only way they can protect their power base is by keeping you subdued. So when they keep you there, they have the upper hand. The moment you fight against it and go, I'm overcoming that, you're the one going up the steps. You're the one progressing. You're the one who can take his helmet off, see where you're going and go, I've shined my own light. I know exactly where I'm going. I'm taking the steps to get where I want to be. We have two very different cards. This one here is the Ten of Swords. Sometimes those actions, and there may be a lot of words involved and communication, make you feel that what they're saying is actually really very hurtful, very painful. Makes you feel you are being literally stabbed in the back. That they are not letting you get up. They're not letting you progress. These two are two sides of the coin. One is all the words and how you're reacting to them and maybe playing them over and over again. This is the actions. So the actions and the words are making you feel you have no choice but to stay trapped. The answer is when you realize this and you put all of these and all the others that have been thrown at you and all of these words, that you are able to climb the steps. What it does is it frees you to then find real people, the Three of Cups, who support you, who treat you the way you should be treated, who take off their masks. They're not trying to be something they're not. They're true, real friends who are supportive, and they are going to help you move where you should be, to climb those steps, get out of that, into the sunlight, enjoy your life, and move on. Does that sound like something that could be possible? I've been thinking to look for another job for a while. You certainly can, and there are going to be people, and you might find your other job by talking to friends. These are going to be the key. These people, but I'm not getting anything, so I'm stuck at the moment. That's fine. You might be stuck in the place, but you can still start taking steps to move up here by not allowing other people. They might feel they have you stuck, but it's your mindset and the actions you take that are going to be noticed. Superiors notice when someone is shining. They also notice if someone is allowing themselves to be put down by others. Don't let that happen. there is a strong relationship, and it might just be a friendship, that is going to help. You're thinking of someone, and this might be part of the friendship group, or someone who's very special to you. A woman who's in a position to help you. And it might be someone who can help you get another job. It might be a boss. It might be someone who has great contacts. You've got to start looking at what is going to help you so that you don't feel that you're stuck in a dead-end job, that your life's going nowhere, you're not going to get any more money, and everything is going to feel like you've lost everything and you are at the bottom of the heap. There is a new pathway in front of you. Privileged man and a privileged lady and a wealthy man. There are people there who can help you become exactly what it is you want to be. And by moving forward, you will get the money that you are looking for to live the life that you want to live. And that all starts, there's a great fortune, but it all starts with the journey of moving forward. Sometimes it's not easy to get out of a bad situation at work because we have everyday bills. Sometimes you can stay in that job, but you can move forward by looking for part-time classes, looking for maybe part-time work, putting your CV out, working on your skill set of what you need to move forwards or sideways into a different field, what you have to do. This is all saying there are pathways and things open to you and opportunities, but the only way they're going to work is for you to put in the effort, to realize what it is you want to do, how you want to go about that, and actually start the journey with that first step of getting out of the workplace, looking for another job. Think of areas that you wouldn't normally have done. Network with other people, network with other friends, network with other organizations. Be more proactive about getting out and about and finding out what it is that you need to do to get that right job. And it will be there when you're ready for it. But if you haven't decided what you want, I was about to say, if you haven't decided what you want, it's very hard to find a new job when you don't know what you're looking for. Figuring out what I want to do. Next time you come and chat, make that a specific question. And see if the cards can help you find the area you want to go in. But first off, start making a list of all the things you like to do, where you want to end up, what field you like. Do you like working with animals, children, people? Are you more a tech guy? Are you more creative? You know a lot more about yourself than you realize. What you give will come back. Sometimes being of service to others, volunteering in different things. If you're not sure, go and volunteer in an area that you'd like to do. Find out if it actually makes you feel you want to do it. If you want to become a vet, go and work in an animal shelter, work with animals. If you want to go and work with children, see if you can volunteer at an after-school program. Yes, you might have to go through some hoops to get all the certificates, you know, like the police checks and everything else. I've actually just applied for a zoo. Isn't that funny? Because I'm not psychic or anything, but sometimes animals come up. Next, do you actually want to work with animals? Is that something you actually really want to do? Because if you do, next time you come in, remind me that we want to know about your work situation and an area of life you want to go in. And if it's animals, I actually have several animal decks, and we will work with the animal decks for your reading. But if I haven't got them out, if you ask me, I will grab one. Yes, I wouldn't mind it, okay? Yes, you wouldn't mind it, or yes, it's a passion of yours to work with animals. I did a science degree and trained as a zoologist. I did a major in it. I actually worked at the Australian National Aquarium and the zoo area, volunteering for a lot of time. Working with animals is lovely, but it also is hard work. It can be smelly and it can be dirty. I know, because when you start at the bottom, I know I'd like to do TNR and fostering with cats at some point in my life. It's not a passion, but I like animals, so I would like to try. And that's fine. So applying at a zoo, but also volunteering, finding out what you want to do. And sometimes we have to try different things until we know what it is that actually is our passion, because not everybody knows straight away. And Kim, if you want to foster cats sometime, that's what we do. We foster cats, and it's lovely because we love them, and people say, oh, you get so attached. We love them totally, but we know what we're doing is getting them ready for their forever homes, and that's worthwhile. Many animal shelters like volunteers, they absolutely do. Even if it's just, sometimes you can go to places, I have known that I get attached. We kind of get attached, but we also know that they're there here for a reason. That's what I'm trying to do different things to figure it out. Absolutely. I don't know what age you are, Samiak, but sometimes the only way to find out what your passion is to explore different ideas and choices. But knowing I'd be able to help all the cats out there makes me feel happy. It makes us feel great. We give them, you're 22, so you've got your whole life ahead of you. You have lots of time to figure out. I did my first proper degree at a university at the age of 40, my science degree. Before that, I did 5 years training as a naturopath, which I enjoyed. You can find out things at any time. I started doing tarot at 15, but it's taken me till now to actually do it on camera like this. I've done it in different things. I have a 40-year-old in my art class. You can do things at any time. People are taking degrees in their 80s. There is no age limit on learning. There is no age limit on trying something new. And whereas 60, 70, 80 years ago, people only had one career in their life, people on average now have 5. I've trained as an interior designer. I love colour. I've trained as a naturopath. I've been a masseuse. I'm a sports trainer, a coach. I have a science degree. I have 2 master's degrees. I have a teaching degree. And I have loads of diplomas in all sorts of things because I love to learn and everything helps. I am 60 and I still take classes. I still learn. I've been learning. I take a course every year of my life. Something different, whether it's for fun, aromatherapy, I did leather work, I did all sorts of things. I believe that we were put on this earth to experience as much as we possibly can. I intend to keep doing. I'm not great at art, but I love doing art. So I have art things here. I love doing crafts. I have craft things. I've started gaming at the age of 60. April this year, I started playing games. I'd never held a controller in my life. And I love playing games. So there is no end to what you can do. There is no age limit to when you can start doing it. And it doesn't matter what you do, you will find everything you do in life gives you skills that are transferable. I've owned my own business. I work for the Australian Olympic Committee. I've done amazing things with my life. And I've had very quiet times. I fundraise. I've raised over $4 million in 4 continents for charities because I love doing things for my community. I've been a counsellor. You have everything ahead of you and you have so much to fill your life with. You're at a great age. 22 is the number of the master builder. So from this year on, build your life the way you want it to be. The decisions you make today bring your life into what you can come. That makes you feel good. I'm glad. It's true. There is nothing stopping you doing what you want to do. Everyone told me that I couldn't take 5 majors, and I went, why? And they went, because people take 1. And I went, I don't want to take 1. I like biology. I like astrology. I like I'm thinking of my other things I do now. I like zoology. I like genetics. I took them all. I also took sociology. Got offered an honours and said, no, I don't want to do that, but thanks for the offer, but I really enjoyed it. But it gave me a different perspective. I love genetics. I absolutely adored doing genetics. I absolutely did. I did evolution. And because of what I did a traineeship, we had a scholarship for the university off year, the 3 months. I went and worked at CSIRO, and I like astronomy and geology, biology, all of those things. I'm a scientist at heart, but I also love alternative therapies, and I'm a naturopath. So I took botany and aromatherapy as well. I love all those things, but you're an artist as well. You're not just one thing. We are many facets of beings, and we're like these dice. All of those facets are a different part. People say art and science can't get along. Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. I'm a living proof that's a lie. I don't know, have you seen Leonardo da Vinci? Great scientist. Have you seen his artwork? Gorgeous, brilliant. No such thing as art and science. Everything goes together. There is a fusion. Whether it's cooking, people, our interests, we are multifaceted, we are multivalent. Everything we do in life is because we want to do it. It's your life, live it, make it what you want it to be. Whatever it is you want to do, that's what you can do. Earlier disappointments were just rehearsals for the great stuff coming your way. Nothing is lost. Even the greatest of shows, the greatest of performers, they rehearse and rehearse and rehearse. Richard Branson's been bankrupt 3, 4, 5 times, I don't know, I've lost count. And he keeps rebuilding. It doesn't matter how many times you go down, it's the next time you get up that counts. Doesn't matter what people are saying, what people are doing, doesn't matter what job you're doing. I've done jobs because I needed the money. Didn't stop me living my passion and working towards what I wanted to do. And on that note, we've had a wonderful session here. It is time for me to start wrapping up. Thank you very much, Samiak. Next time I'm going to ask my partner who lives overseas. That's fine. I mean, we do different time zones. If you look underneath at the schedule, you mama. Thank you, Wolfie. You can see when we're actually live. If you follow and press notifications, it'll tell you when I'm live. If you also follow me on Twitter, and the link to that is down below. I always post on Twitter when I'm going live, so that will also give you, and you and your partner can be in the channel at the same time if you're able to do it with your time zones. I'm going to ask about my partner. Oh, that's fine. Thank you for the reading. You're more than welcome. I can do relationship questions too. Oh, we have lots of emotes. And that's the next thing we'll be talking about, is because when this goes off, I will have an email saying, I've made affiliate! I'm so excited! I'm really excited. Thank you all for being here. You have actually made my day, because I will now be an affiliate and I have to do all the paperwork. Woo! I know, I'm so excited. I really am so excited. And I know I've got to wait for the paperwork and fill it all in. Thank you. Yay for paperwork. Yeah, it's about all the taxes for America, so that's going to be fun. But I don't care. I don't care. It's a tiny little hiccup that I have to do. It's the stuff, it's the day-to-day grown-up stuff. Big girl pants, do the tax form for the US, but I'll be an affiliate. And then I want to join the Twitch bar, because I want to buy everyone a drink in the bar. Say hello. So, thank you all for being here. It's only 2 pages and not done to fill in. There, see, we'll be fine. And Anna's done it before, so, she can see me through it. She's been holding my hand all the way through this. And I'm so glad you were here, Kiwi, because you were my very first one when I did Anna's charity stream. Thank you for the lovely stream, Mama Lock. Oh, thank you. I love doing it. I love doing it. And being able to give tarot readings and help people like Samiak and Nali and yourself. And I'm so glad you could catch this one. This is special. With the purple. And I'm so glad your autistic eye loves the purple. Love the purple. So yes, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I really am. And I'm gonna be looking at that going, yes, I did it. I can hardly contain myself. I'm so excited for that email. be here for your affiliation and even start on that fan art. Oh, I really appreciate that. And I'll get Anna to help me. I know I've got a Discord, but set up how we do the links and stuff. I'd love that. But yeah, put it on Anna's. But yeah, I am over the moon. I'm so excited. I really, really, really am. I thought it'd be till Christmas. And then everyone said, oh, you do by the end of October. It's taken me 18 days. And I am really, really excited. But most of that because it started on my birthday. But it's really gone in this last week. And Thursday was my 6th one. And all it was waiting to do this final stream. So although I said 18 days and it really started in April, everything's actually really happened in this last week. It has been phenomenal. I never thought it would just go whoosh like this. So, good night. Little spray can, thank you for dropping in. We're actually about to finish off. It was lovely to have you join in. My name is Tarot DNA. Oof, I know, I'm so sorry. I've actually been online for quite a bit and I do readings. But after a while my voice goes and I do have to stop. So we are having up. But as the mod says, feel free to follow the notifications. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know when I'm live next. And if you jump in and put !join, next time you're in, I'll be able to give you a free reading. But I'm really sorry, we are just about to head off. So I'm so sorry that you just caught us literally on the cusp of me thanking everybody. Good night to you, and I am so sorry. There is a schedule down in the panels if you want to check my times. Absolutely, thank you, Kiwi. So lovely, and I was just saying thank you to everybody because this stream has given me affiliate, and I'm just overjoyed at all the support and love and everything that everyone's given me. So hopefully see you next time, Spray Can. Thank you. Oh, thank you for following too. I really appreciate that. In fact, I think you might be number 60. I'm not sure. Anna would be able to tell me because I don't even bother looking at that. But yeah, it's been a great stream. I finally made affiliate, so when we put the end stream button, I'll get a little 61. Just checked actually, 61. That's 7. So little Spray Can. If you add 6 and 1 together, that's 7. That's really lucky. So from needing 50, I've got 61 followers. It's been crazy. Just been crazy. So thank you, Spray Can, for joining this community, joining our channel. You're always welcome. And next time you'll be able to put I join and get yourself a free reading. I know, it's just amazing, Candy. It's just amazing. But I'm going to say goodnight. Love to you all. As I said, remember to press the heart button if you haven't already. Follow, go down to the panels, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Instagram, check out my website. Good night, God bless. Thank you all, looking forward to the fan art. Wolfie, take care, loving the music. And everybody in channel, good night, God bless. And we'll see you soon. Night. Ending now.